My wife eats too much. I'm worried. I'm 66 years old and my wife is 64. We've been married for over 40 years. We raised 2 children together, went through all the ups and downs that life threw our way, and now, in this stage of life, it's just the 2 of us again. For most of our marriage, I considered myself a lucky man. My wife was always cheerful, she laughed easily, and she never lost her appetite for life or for food. Back in our younger days, that was part of what I loved most about her. When we were in our 30s, both working full-time, we'd spend weekends trying out new diners, visiting barbecue joints, or discovering hidden little Mexican or Italian restaurants around town. Watching her enjoy a good meal always made me happy. Back then, health wasn't a big concern. We were young, energetic, and could bounce back from anything. But as the years have passed, things have changed. My wife's appetite hasn't slowed down. If anything, it has grown stronger. She often says, "What's left in life if you can't enjoy food? Eating is my joy." And while I understand that sentiment, I find myself lying awake at night worried about her. In the past few years, her weight has climbed steadily. She gets winded walking up the stairs. Her doctor has warned her about high blood pressure and borderline diabetes. He told her plainly, "You need to watch your diet." But my wife brushes it off. "Oh, I'm fine. Everyone's got something when they get older." Or she jokes, "We're all gonna go someday. At least I'll go with a full stomach." I try to gently suggest she cut back. "Maybe skip dessert tonight, hon. It might help." She frowns, her voice sharpens. "Why do you always pick on what I eat? Can't I enjoy something without you nagging?" And then I stop, because the last thing I want is to hurt her feelings. It's most noticeable when we're with family. At a recent dinner with our kids and grandkids, my wife was the first to fill her plate. She piled on fried chicken, mashed potatoes, mac and cheese, then reached for the pie before anyone else had even touched dessert. Our daughter teased, "Mom, slow down, leave some for the rest of us." Everyone laughed, but I couldn't. I sat there with a heavy heart, embarrassed in front of the grandkids. I don't want them to remember their grandma as the one who always overate. I want them to have memories of her hugs, her stories, her warmth, not just her appetite. What worries me more is what happens at home. She always keeps cookies, chips, and ice cream stocked in the pantry and freezer. Sometimes I wake in the middle of the night and notice the kitchen light on. When I check, she's standing there in her robe, spoon in hand, eating ice cream straight from the tub. Once I found her slurping instant noodles at 1 a.m. She laughed when she saw me. "I just couldn't sleep. Don't worry, it's just one bowl." But I couldn't shake the unease. It wasn't just one bowl, it was a pattern. And I couldn't help but think, what if this is the habit that steals her health away? I've tried to talk to her. "Sweetheart, you know the doctor's serious about your blood pressure. Can we try smaller portions?" She waves me off. "I've earned this. I spent decades cooking for you and the kids. Now let me enjoy myself." When I press harder, she gets upset. "You don't understand how much I gave up for this family. Food is all I have left for myself. Why can't you just let me be?" And in that moment, I feel guilty. She's right. She gave everything for our family. But guilt doesn't erase my fear that one day I'll wake up and she won't be there. Our daughter and son have brought it up. They worry about her health as well. "Mom, maybe lay off the fried foods." She brushes them off just as easily. "Don't worry about me, I know my limits." But the truth is, she doesn't. Even our grandkids mimic her. When they see grandma reaching for chips, they grab some too. I can't help but wonder, what kind of habits are we passing down? I'm torn. On one hand, I don't want to take away the joy she finds in food. On the other, I fear for her health. If she suffers from diabetes, heart disease, or worse, it won't just be her pain. It'll be mine too, and the kids, and the grandkids. At night, I lie awake thinking, am I overreacting, or am I the only one taking this seriously? Her laughter when she eats is still the same as when we were young, but her labored breathing after a short walk terrifies me. I live between these two feelings, love and fear, and I don't know how much longer I can balance them.
This story isn't just about a wife who eats too much. It's about the intersection of health, aging, and emotional coping in later life. 1. Understanding her psychology. After decades of sacrifice for her family, food may represent comfort, reward, and even identity. In retirement, when other joys fade, eating can become the primary source of pleasure. 2. The husband's concerns are valid. Obesity, high blood pressure, and diabetes are directly tied to diet. In the senior years, eating habits often determine not just life expectancy, but quality of life. 3. How to approach it. Nagging or criticism usually backfires. Shared activities are more effective. Let's go for a walk together. Let's try cooking lighter meals. Offer alternatives rather than restrictions. Healthy snacks instead of chips, fruit instead of ice cream. 4. Family support. When children and grandchildren model healthy habits, she may follow naturally. Encouragement works better than blame. Ultimately, this isn't only about food. It's about finding new sources of joy and identity beyond eating. The husband's role is not to be a critic, but a partner who gently guides her toward a healthier, fuller life.